Hello, Crystal. Again, really love your class, and first of all, I wanna just answer your question in discussion that you don't really understand what I mean to M and N pronunciation. That is that was like the first time I delivered a monologue in the first class, and Manette gave me that feedback that I should be aware more of the and sometimes. And yes, sometimes I just like when I speak a monologue, I just didn't fall aware of those. So I'm gonna put more awareness of those and in the future, because they are not really difficult for me to speak. Um, so yeah. And second, I think I really enjoyed um, the starting warm up, because it gave me a chance to uh, get connected with between my spine and the floor. And also when I'm lying down, while speaking the wow, um, I feel the so-called the chest resonance, the chest resonance. So it feels so good, and it's really interesting. And also the rolling, the new rolling. It's so hard for me to do it, but I will try. And so now I'm gonna say my monologue. I'm gonna play Sabina, and it should be in the book 102, page 102. Sabina. As soon as he catches a cow, give him time to catch a cow, dear. Shoe polish. My, I'd forgotten what peaceful time was like. Mrs. Antrobus. Guess what I saw Miss Antrobus doing this morning at dawn? He was tacking up a piece of paper on the door of the town hall. You'll die when you hear. It was a recipe for grass soup. For a grass soup that doesn't give the diarrhea. Mr. Antrobus is still Mr. Antrobus is still think up new things. He told me to give you his love. He's got all sorts of ideas for peacetime. He says. Where are his books? What? Well, pass them up. The first thing he wants to see are his books. He says, if you've burnt those books, or if the rats have eaten them, he says, it isn't worthwhile starting over again. Everybody is going to be beautiful, he says, and intelligent, and diligent, and very intelligent. Okay. Since I'm recording, so I think I really wanted to go again. Okay. As soon as he catches a cow, give him time to catch a cow, dear. Shoe polish. My, I'd forgotten what peacetime was like, Mrs. Antrobus. Guess what I saw Mr. Antrobus doing this morning at dawn? He was tacking up a piece of paper on the door of the town hall. You'll die when you hear it was a recipe for grass soup. For grass soup that doesn't give the diarrhea. Mr. Antrobus is still think of new things. He told me to give you his love. He's got all sorts of ideas for peacetime, he says. Where are his books? What? Well, pass them up. The first thing he wants to see are his books. He says if you've burned those books, or if the rats have eaten them, he says, it isn't worthwhile starting over again. Everybody's going to be beautiful, he says, and diligent, and very intelligent. Okay. Obviously, I was like, because I've already marked all the structures, and also for myself, I marked a little bit about the, for example, whole and your, and he's got or, like LL, the in saxophone that you told me, and I really agree with that. This is something like in consonant that I should put effort on. So, and also like the well, and besides, I also marked a little bit about like something like first thing. So it will be difficult for me to say this kind of words because it was a t in the end and a th at the following words, starting the following words. So, and also like burned those, they're also a t and th. So I also linked these for me to be aware of. So I've already marked all of these, so that's why the first time I was a little bit, when I see those structures and consonants, that was a little bit distracted me to speak more smoothly. Yeah, and I will take a picture and send to you, so hopefully you can give me some feedback, or in terms of maybe I need to mark more, or maybe I shouldn't have marked this more. So I'll give you the photo. Okay, next is some feedback of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classmates in the live performance. First of all, they are all good in delivering monologue really really easy to understand. So first of all, Eunice, I think she lacks a little bit character the first time. As she said, she's not really put more time to this monologue before. So literally her first time speaking this monologue. So in terms of the vocal, I think she's definitely needs to put more shape on the like and or sound, like this, like ah. I think it's the 6th, right? Yeah. And also Santiago, I think he's generally, like, I can hear clearly that through his speaking. But but I think I think he probably should play more about the consonant t, because in his monologue, it's too obvious that there are several words like complete. So what I heard is just like complete. There is complete. There's no t in the end. And also the same as Sarah. I don't know if this is a Southern California thing or common American thing, because like Sarah, when she says like quite, and and also like that, but there's no t in the end. What I heard is like quite, that, but kind of like this. And Michael, yeah, I think he's too fast. Like because of his fast tempo, so I couldn't like when he says they are, like he says there, but okay, so there, it's actually like they are. So when he says like really fast, I kind of like it. For me, I kind of heard of like here. Oh, sorry, there. It's kind of there. THERE. It's not THEY and RE. The shorter they are. So it's kind of confusing me. So if he could play I think it's 5, the R more shape, it will be more clear for me to understand. Okay, Adriano. Yeah, I think as he said himself that he should have to speak more like a speech, meaning what he did is more like casual. And the reason that he said that it's casual sounds like casual because I think he didn't put enough effort on the yawn mouth, like not enough space in his mouth. So, and you also indicate that he might need to find the white buzz first. So that's the thing. So that's why when he said like ice age, say ice age, it's ice age. It's like a more like swallow some tongue, which could be really beautiful, but he like kind of swallowed them. William, I think I really like what he used a yawn to drag into his speech. So I think he's really kind of on the level that he knows how to play with these kind of things that we've learned in 10A and also 10B. So he actually really good, I could feel like he's kind of really understand how to play with those yawn, those breath, those whatever consonants or structure into his monologue. So yeah, this is what I need to learn from him. Okay, that's the feedback for my peers. And okay, so obviously I'm really looking forward to your feedback to my monologue I just did. And also, I think, because I have read all the play once, and I think I may need to reread, especially the Act 3, before next Monday, my performance, because I need to fill well, not just because I need to fill out the embodied actor form, but I need to get deeper to my character, Sabina, and I'm really grateful. I really thankful to for you to give us the extra material that I have read all of them, and also it's so interesting that to know it's really interesting to know that Sabina, the name of the character, it has a story behind it. It has a story behind it. So yeah, it's really interesting for me to read that article, and also I saw the video that you posted on Canvas. Finally, I would like to talk a little bit about my understanding to this character to you. It may not really correct, so it could be wrong, but I would like to hear back from you if there's something not accurate. Okay, it's just my understanding so far. The reason that I chose Sabina is because I thought she is, for me, she's the most down-to-earth people in this, down-to-earth person in this play. There is okay, so if I see the embodied actors form, the number 7 question is, what is the character journey in the play? So I'm thinking that my understanding so far for Sabina in this play, I would like to say her journey is just like a journey of a woman. A journey of a woman. In Act 1, she's a kind of like a little girl. She's a kind of like a 15 and 16, like these kind of middle school, or maybe not middle school, like maybe 7th grade or 8th grade girl. Really rebellious, right? Really, like, you ask her to do something and she's refused. She needs to do her own thing. She's really she's not really obedience. She's not a good girl in Act 1. Like any adolescence people, like they are really rebellious, right? That word, rebellious. I don't know if I pronounced right. But in Act 2, when she tries to reduce Mr. Antrobus, when she tried to flirt Mr. Antrobus, and all of that kind of thing, I would like to see it as that girl, when she grows up to her early 20s or early 30s. It's a kind of a little bit mature, so she wants to get love. She wants to get man's attention. He wants to get what she wants as a female, as a woman. And of course, Mr. Antrobus was, I would say, the perfect man in this play, because Henry is too young. Henry is still too young, a little boy. So the only man that she could talk it in is Mr. Antrobus. So she just to pursue what she wants, the love from a man, from a perfect man in this play. And when she gets into Act 3, and of course she will get more mature. I would define it as a woman when she gets into her late 30s or 40s or even 50s, when she experiences the most golden age in his life. She probably already sees everything, good things, bad things, tragic things. She might got divorced. She might what can I say? Anyway, she experienced a lot. And of course, in a play that she's been to the war, she really sees the life and death. So that's why I think she actually represents a journey of a woman, from a little girl like 15, 16 to a really charming woman, mature woman, like a glass of red wine. Maybe the first taste is a little bit bitter, but you will feel that feeling, which is really tasteful. So that's my understanding of Sabina. So really attracted to me. So that's why I decided to play this character. And also I'm so grateful to hear something you guys talk about through the recording, is because Sarah plays this character as well, and you guys talk about more or something other than mine. So I kind of like learn a little bit, and I will continue doing some research of this character to put in the embodied actors form. Let me see. Yeah, and also in terms of the body energy, I think most of the time, like in Act 1 and Act 2, I think Sabina's body energy was like radiancy, more radiancy, and also that's why when we went through a little bit about this play in the past few weeks, I remembered when like we read this play one by one in turn. I remembered that I had a chance to read a little bit about Sabina's lines, and you correct me because I used more buoyancy in energy in it when I speak the first time. So you said, Dennis, can you put more radiancy in it? So I redid it, and you said, okay, it's good. So I think, yeah, most of the time in the beginning, in the middle, she's really radiancy. But in Act 3, and especially specifically in my monologue here, I think she's kind of like talked to, like actually she's in the play at this moment, she's like sitting somewhere, for example sitting on a chair by herself and talking to nobody. But she's actually talking to Mrs. Angeles, but actually on the play, on the moment, she's alone, she's talking to herself. So I think specifically in this monologue, I would say she is full of buoyancy. I don't know if this is correct. Yeah, because she, you know, as I said, she's been to the war, and she's seen a lot of, you know, death and life, and you know, those kind of stuff. And you said everyone grown up in the last act 3, so the same as Sabina. So that's why I think her body energy would transform from radiancy to buoyancy, a little bit buoyancy in Act 3, and also in my monologue. So, well, yeah, overall, this is my understanding to this character that I will play next Monday. And also, I will give you a photo of my markings. So, please give me some feedback, and for me to better continue